Record.
Okay.
You gonna put your address or not?
She knows where I live.
I have a meeting at 9 o'clock out on end of Cooperrider Road to discuss the cul-de-sac again. Ken, Eric Fox and Ken Oswald's here to Tim Lolo to try to help us get this settled.
I guess I'll go ahead with a couple of comments. First of all, I want to stress, this is my last effort to solve this problem. Okay? And that's not to say if there's movement today that we won't make the final decisions or ask you guys to make final decisions at the next meeting, but if it can be done today, great. But there is one heck of a lot of expenditure of time and money associated with fixing a dead-end road. And I know many of you guys live back here, and I'm not trying to minimize property interest rights, but at the end of the day, you've got three options. You figure out and do a T-turn around and live with it, you do a cul-de-sac and live with it, or you leave this to fester for the rest of your lives. Because I'm not touching it again. Okay? I'm not making it any clearer than that. This is not about making everybody happy. No decision, generally no decision anybody ever has to make makes everybody happy. If you think that's going to happen, it ain't. It never will, and as long as that's what people are expecting, that we ever get to that possibility, nothing will happen here. Today, tomorrow, next year, next decade. Okay? I can think of no other road in this entire county that my office has spent more time on, other than constructing a brand new highway, perhaps, the JRS grant, a $3.4 million grant out of the okay? But my willingness to do that, Tim's office willingness to do that, would be a commitment that we want to help you solve your problem, but we can't solve problems that don't want to be solved, okay? Tim's put a lot of work into it. He's got some revisions, and he'll have to explain where he's at and that kind of stuff. But I encourage people, all people, no matter how they would come down if they were making the decision, to understand and be that at the end of the day, a decision to do something is better than a decision to let things, a non-decision. This is a dead-end road, for heaven's sake. We're not talking about a highway, okay, where we're going to have people traveling at 80 mile an hour, speeding down, and we're not even talking right now about technicalities, per se. Yeah, we want to do it right. But if people are going to stick on technicalities, nothing's going to get done. Because at the end of the day, when a road is made, every time it's surfaced, every time a little extra gravel's put down, it's going to, by definition, widen an inch or two over the years. And over 40 years, you're going to widen this or that, okay? That's going to happen. That's just the nature of the business, okay? So I want you to listen to what Tim has to say, ask questions that he can answer, and then come up with a decision on this if we can. Okay? I've spent enough time. Tim's spent enough time. Eric's spent enough time. All you guys have spent enough time. Let's just fix it one way or another. And I have no preference one way versus the other. None. preference is a solution. I don't care what the solution is. But for me, that solution is going to occur in this process. Because the solution for me in my office will be, I'm done with it. Okay? So, Tim, why don't you tell us where you're at on the 2 lot project.
Okay, say something. I'm Crawford. I don't know everybody, so there's not that many people here. Can we take a second and kind of go around and introduce whoever?
I didn't know that.
Who's who? I'm Crawford Lipsey. I live in Granville. I purchased the property here, and coming kind of in at the tail end. I'm not sure of exactly of all. It's been going on for a long time. So, but hand in favor, get something done.
Okay.
But I'd like to know who.
All right, I'll introduce the people I know. Tim Lolo is right here as a county engineer.
Okay.
Eric Fox is my assistant prosecutor. You've spoken to.
Yep, I know Eric.
Okay. All right. You know the township trustees. Jeff's next to you.
I'm Dan Van Buren.
Okay, so the 3.
And that's Jenny DeBoer's her.
Okay.
Okay.
That's Damon Falk. He's my intern from Oregon.
My daughter goes to
This is,
We know.
I know you.
Will Kern,
Oh, you know. Okay.
property owner in North.
Yeah, he knows me.
I know you. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Got everybody now?
Got it.
All right, good. Anybody else need names?
Okay. I don't know, should I do a real quick brief history of this? I guess I will. Back on January 3rd, 1995, the commissioners passed a resolution that extended Cooperrider Road from a point roughly 700 foot up there to where you see the paint. As part of the resolution, it said, be it further resolved that the property owners must dedicate sufficient property for a T-shaped turnaround on the Mills or Reed property east of the culvert stream. That's who owned it at the time. For some reason, that was never done. The property was never dedicated. The T obviously was never built. A couple of years ago, I guess the cul-de-sac, the type of the cul-de-sac started to form, and I was asked, what do you prefer? And you much prefer a cul-de-sac versus a T-turnaround, so the trustees began pursuing a cul-de-sac. That meant the property owners over here dedicated the land, and it is dedicated and recorded. That was done in August of last year, so a cul-de-sac could be constructed within that right-of-way. We were asked, my office was asked to kind of stake out where that cul-de-sac would be, prepare an estimate. We came out Monday. Actually, we had come out a few weeks ago and taken a few quick measurements, and I had made an estimate based on that. And I apologize. I had the T-turnaround in the wrong place, and I had it too far to the west. You can see where it actually is. Therefore, the estimate for the T-turnaround was too high because you had to bring in quite a bit of fill to bring it up. You don't have to bring in a little bit on that end. So I've revised those estimates. I handed those back out. We got the instrument out of the transit, and we actually sat on the pin and did a pretty good survey Monday. Put the paint in the lab. That would be the edge of the gravel or the edge of the pavement, if you will, if the cul-de-sac was built to current Licking County subdivision specification. I say that because a cul-de-sac in a new subdivision has to be 80 foot in diameter, 40 foot radius from the center of it. That doesn't mean that the trustees can't build one smaller if they want. That's already been dedicated, but this shows where the edge of the gravel would be if it was built exactly to Licking County subdivision regulations at 80 foot diameter. Also before, what I had submitted a diagram for a true